Welcome aboard. We have about 7 minutes before the next stop. Let me tell you a story about the office cleaner nobody noticed. For 8 years, a cleaner worked in the same office building. Thousands of people walked past him every day. Nobody knew he was secretly changing lives. Every morning at 5:30 a.m., before the employees arrived, before the elevators started moving, before the coffee machines were switched on, Michael was already at work. Mop in one hand, bucket in the other, cleaning floors most people would dirty again within hours. For 8 years his routine never changed. People saw him, but they never really noticed him. Some walked past without saying hello, some avoided eye contact completely. To them he was just the cleaner, nothing more. Michael never complained, he simply smiled and continued working. One morning while cleaning near the reception area, he noticed a young woman crying quietly. She looked exhausted, her makeup was smeared, her eyes were red. Michael approached gently. "Are you okay?" The woman quickly wiped her tears. "I'm fine." Michael nodded. He knew she wasn't, but he also knew some people don't want advice, they just want someone to listen. So he sat beside her for a few minutes, without asking questions, without judging, without trying to fix anything. Eventually she spoke. She had lost her mother, she was struggling financially, and she felt completely alone. Michael listened. When she finished he simply said, "Don't quit, things can change faster than you think." It wasn't a magical speech, just a simple sentence, but somehow it helped. The woman smiled for the first time that morning, then she left. Michael thought nothing of it. Weeks passed, months passed, life continued. Then another employee started talking to him, then another, then another. Without realizing it, Michael became the unofficial listener of the building. People told him about failed relationships, financial problems, family troubles, career frustrations, dreams they were afraid to chase. And every time Michael listened, no lectures, no criticism, just kindness. People began looking forward to seeing him. His 5-minute conversations often helped more than hours of meetings. Still, most employees knew almost nothing about him. Then one day everything changed. The company announced major layoffs. Hundreds of employees panicked. Nobody knew who would stay and who would lose their jobs. The atmosphere became tense. People stopped smiling, stopped talking. Everyone was scared. A week later Michael arrived at work as usual, but something felt different. Employees kept staring at him, whispering, looking surprised. Then he noticed a crowd gathered in the lobby. A huge banner hung from the ceiling. It read, "Thank you, Michael." He froze, confused. Then the CEO stepped forward. "Michael, for years you've helped people in this building." Michael shook his head. "I just clean floors." The CEO smiled. "No, you clean much more than floors." One by one employees stepped forward. The young woman who had cried in reception spoke first. She explained how Michael's simple words had stopped her from quitting. Today she was a department manager. Another employee shared how Michael had encouraged him to finish school at night. He now held a senior position. Another admitted Michael had talked him out of making a terrible decision during a difficult period of his life. Then another, and another, and another. For nearly an hour people shared stories Michael didn't even remember. Small conversations, small moments, small acts of kindness, yet somehow they had changed lives. By now many people were crying, including Michael. Then came the biggest surprise. The CEO handed him a folder. Inside was a document. Michael stared at it silently, his hands trembled. "What is this?" he asked. The CEO smiled. "A scholarship fund." Michael looked confused. The CEO continued. "Every employee contributed." Michael opened the next page. His eyes widened. The amount was enormous, more money than he had ever seen, enough to pay for his daughter's university education, a dream he thought was impossible. You see, while Michael spent years helping everyone else, almost nobody knew he was working extra shifts every night trying to save money for his daughter's future. He had never told anyone, never asked for help, never complained. The lobby fell silent. Michael couldn't speak. Tears rolled down his face. Finally he whispered, "Why would you do this for me?" The answer came from the crowd. A voice shouted, "Because when nobody noticed us." Another voice joined in, "You did." Soon the entire lobby was speaking. "You listened, you cared, you believed in us, you helped us." At that moment Michael realized something powerful. Success isn't always about being famous or rich or important. Sometimes success is simply leaving people better than you found them. The following week Michael returned to work, same time, same bucket, same mop. But this time something was different. People greeted him by name, they smiled, they stopped to talk. Not because he had changed, but because they finally saw him. And years later when people spoke about the most influential person in that building, they never mentioned the CEO or the managers or the executives. They talked about the cleaner, the men who proved that kindness can be invisible for years, until one day the world finally notices. Hope you learned something today, my honorable passengers. See you all on my next trip. Stay always blessed.